What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is going to be 5 things I didn't know about American Halloween. This is by Lawrence. I know I'm a day late, but we did obviously all our scary Halloween videos yesterday. And I thought, okay, today's time is a Lost in the Pond video. We haven't done one in a while. I absolutely love reacting to them. We can't go too long without checking out one of Lawrence's videos. I searched it, and it popped up. American Halloween, like, oh, Lawrence has a Halloween video. I should have guessed. I should have done it on Halloween. We're a day late, forgive me. But hopefully you guys enjoy it anyway. Again, I don't really know what to think about American Halloween. What I do think about is what you kind of see on the TV, which is they go to like fairs and stuff like that, and they've got kind of like the little mazes where you go through and people jumping out of you. That seems very American to me. And you got your ghost rides and stuff like that at that fair on Halloween. Other than that, I'm not too sure what the difference is going to be. Maybe different candy given out. End of the day, you guys eat different candy to us. So I'm not 100% sure, but Lawrence is going to fill us in. And like I said, I will try and give the UK equivalent, on my opinion. If I can't, I can't. This is not the end of the world. I hope you guys enjoy this content. If you do, smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you're new out there. I'd seriously appreciate it. And let's check out 5 things Lawrence didn't know about American Halloween. And let's see if I know about it or not. Let's go.
Hello and
Oh my god, Lawrence is going to petrify me. I said it weren't scary. Old school Lost in the Pond by the intro. I was a bit thrown back by it, but I did not expect Lawrence coming in like that either.
hello and happy Halloween. I'm going to stop with this voice now. Happy Halloween. Welcome to Lost in the Pond. This is a very special Halloween edition of Lost in the Pond, in which I look back at a lot of the things I didn't know about American Halloween until I moved here. 5 things specifically, because I think 5 is a nice round number. Yes, I could have done 7, like in the film 7. I could have done 13 because of Friday the 13th, but it's not Friday the 13th, so that wouldn't have made any sense. And that feels inappropriate. Don't do that on camera ever again, Lawrence. And let's start with our first entry, coming in at number 1, or 5, probably 5.
Surely you guys do pumpkins as well, like we do pumpkins. Surely you do.
That's right, there are way more of these at Halloween in America, and that's because there are more produced here by a long way. This is really heavy. How have you got the heaviest pumpkin in the world? So you get a lot of those in America, heavy ones and light ones, you know, but Illinois, the state of Illinois, where I live, technically, although Chicago feels like an entire state all to itself at times, I'm getting off track, produces the most pumpkins in the entire land. And you see them everywhere. So there are actual pumpkins everywhere, but then there's pumpkin-themed things everywhere. So, you know, the little buckets that you put sweets in, they're always pumpkins. And there's pumpkin spice lattes, there's pumpkin pie, even vanilla pumpkin-scented candles. Right? It's a lot of pumpkin.
Just for Halloween.
It's too much pumpkin at times. And you'll be walking down the street and you'll see plenty of these guys hanging about in what we're about to look at in number 2, 4.
Okay, I feel like that one is potentially a little bit deceiving because in the UK, I mean, I've always had pumpkins and I know most of my mates have as well. And you do carve out the little face, so you completely gut your pumpkin, circle over the top of it, pull that out, gut it. I mean, you do a little, not smiley face, you normally do like the triangle teeth. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me and I'm going on an absolute tangent. But we never had the sheer size ones, which Lawrence has. So that's probably the main difference for me going off that, is we had just the small ones, probably about that wide, that tall, you know what I mean? Obviously round. We never normally had anything bigger than that in any homes from what I saw. So that's probably the difference, the size and maybe the scale, because you guys go all out on anything. Maybe more houses have it. But yeah, we definitely do have the pumpkins in the UK. Decorations, okay.
That's right. Just as it does at Christmas, America really likes to paint the town red, or in this case, orange, or, you know, Halloween colours, green, I suppose. Because you'll be walking down the street and virtually every other house seemingly has some kind of decoration.
Oh,
and
wow,
usually
nice.
They're all out with the lights and all of that. And as I said, pumpkins, fake witches in the garden. Speaking of which, I've got my broom. I was going to dress for this video like Hermione Granger from Harry Potter, but then I realised I didn't have the hair. So I came dressed as her uncle, I think. I've made up an uncle for Hermione. And it's a cross between her uncle and John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, fair enough.
And that's what I'm going as. And yeah, there'll be all kinds of sort of lights and light shows and monsters and all that. And again, I'm not saying this kind of thing doesn't happen in England. It does, I've heard, although I don't remember it happening much when I lived there. But I think the prevalence of it maybe took over a little bit in England after I left. Coincidence? Probably entirely coincidental. But in America, they go, it's on another level. Over America, you can practically see Halloween from space. You know, that's true. Wow. I read that on Wikipedia.
Wow.
Has it? Okay, I'm being told my graffiti on Wikipedia has been removed. But, you know, you could read it on Wikipedia back in the day. And it's a good thing too. And I suppose in many ways it makes it very inviting for trick-or-treaters, which brings me on to point number 3. And it really is 3, whichever direction you go.
I completely agree with Lawrence on that one. Again, everyone probably has a pumpkin, or at least 90% of homes would have a pumpkin out with a couple candles in. But that's about it. Maybe a few banners. It's a stretch. You will have a few families will go over the top, which I'm not against, but they do compared to the rest of the street, and they will have, like you say, the witches there. But it's far and few between, you know what I mean? Whereas you guys, apparently, and thinking back to, again, movies and stuff like that, just go all out. Halloween themed everywhere, cobwebs outside, which I think is awesome. But yeah, that definitely is a big difference. No money. I ain't got any.
I'm told that in America, when you go door-to-door trick-or-treating, the best you're going to get handed is sweets, right? And sweets are good. You know, not as good as money, because in England, that's what you come to expect. When I was a kid, nothing short of 50p per person would satisfy me. So I made sure I dressed up the best I possibly could. And by the way, when I was a kid, I didn't dress up as John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. I dressed up as Kevin Costner in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And I expected, you know, a wealth of money, as you should if you're Robin Hood. You know, I was trying to steal from the rich and then give to
the poor.
Give to myself,
or to yourself.
Frankly. And it worked. Is it true that Americans just don't give out money? I can't. My life is ruined. I'll never go trick-or-treating again. I'm lying. I'm going to go trick-or-treating on Halloween. Probably dressed like this, because you can, due to our next entry.
Okay, before we get into the next one, again, the money one, I feel like it's not 100%. We do give money out in the UK, but it's normally when they've either run out of sweets or something like that, or if they just haven't got it in. Some people just haven't got it in, and they go, oh, let me just check. And they go, oh, I've got a couple quid, here you go. And then they end up losing a load of money because kids keep coming because they know they're the real cash. That's where you get a couple quid each time from them. But yeah, money is definitely something you get, and that's the jackpot. Let me know, do you guys have money nowadays? Like, does money get given out? Because that is literally the jackpot. That's why you do it. The sweets are a bonus. The money is why you're there. Not just monsters, okay?
So when I was growing up in England, almost to a man or woman, not going to get sexist about this, although we are in fact talking about children, so it's boy and girl, we would dress up very specifically as monsters. You know, as
ghosts and stuff.
Witches. Or vampires, or Frankenstein's monster, or whatever it might be. You had to be a monster. That was part of the shtick, I thought, of Halloween. But here, it's perfectly acceptable for me to go out dressed as Nicolas Cage from Face Off. Right? You could even dress up as a Rubik's Cube if you wanted to. I don't know.
You gotta be creative. I feel like that has shifted again over here. You can go out as anything you want. As long as it's creative, I rate it, you know what I mean?
It would. It'd be bloody hard to get on the train without people touching you. And then you've got court cases on your hands, so you don't want that. It's what I'm saying is you can dress as anything practically here, and that's acceptable. You know, I'm not saying people don't dress as monsters here. They do. I'm also not saying that people don't dress as non-monster things in the UK. But for sure, the focus in Britain is dressing up as something monstrous, which is why I once went as myself.
I'd agree with that.
And speaking of British immigrants, that brings us on.
Did Lord just? Oh, Lords, man, he's done himself dirty
as
there.
Non-monster things in the UK. But for sure, the focus in Britain is dressing up as something monstrous, which is why I once went as myself.
Oh, Lawrence, man. I know he's never watching this, but if you were, man, you're a legend. Don't speak to yourself like that, man. You're an absolute legend.
And speaking of British immigrants, that brings us on to our final point.
Okay. Scottish and Irish immigrants, what?
And so, in some form or fashion, you know, Halloween did make its way over to America via the British that came over here. So it had some early prevalence in the United States, in the South apparently, but the Puritans didn't like it, right? So it kind of went away for a bit. But then what happened? A bunch of Scottish people and Irish people turned up and said, let's have a party, and they did. And Halloween took off from there. What I'm saying is,
that's not like the Irish to get drunk, is it? But again, no one's going to say no to a party. If you want to make it an annual party, happy days.
It was Scottish and Irish immigrants that sort of brought it here, I think in the sort of 19th century. And then in the latter half of the 19th century, it started to grow around America to where now most peoples in the land celebrate it. And it's fascinating to think that this holiday was brought from that small island. Imagine what I could have brought with me. I could have brought with me Britpop music and turned that into a movement all over again in America for the first time ever. I could have done anything and I didn't. I'm letting myself down. My Scottish and Irish brethren from the past have really outdone me on this one, but I will beat you. You know, we've got 10,000 subscribers now. We're an army. I suppose.
Wow, 10,000 subscribers, man. Like, I think he's on like 150,000 now, maybe 160. Like, wow, like, fair play to Lawrence, man. His videos were still awesome back in the day, but he has grinded. Again, I doubt you watch it, Lawrence, but you are a legend, man.
Given that Scottish and Irish influence, it's actually no surprise that orange is so closely linked with Halloween because of all the gingers. So I like ginger. I've got ginger friends, so I'm allowed to say that. And that's not a slight against gingers. You know, I like gingers. I married a ginger, so you know, I'm not going to show her this video. So nobody else share this video with my wife, or I'm dead. Happy Halloween, everybody! Thank you for joining me and Go.
I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, it's a day late, but I really hope you guys had a great Halloween, a great weekend. If you was at parties, if you went out trick-or-treating or whatever you guys did, go and check Lawrence's out. His links will be in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd seriously appreciate if you hit that like button. The more you hit the like button, the more I know you guys enjoy it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new on here. Like, why not? These videos are coming every single day, and they're just as awesome as the last. And if you think they're rubbish, they're just as rubbish as the last. It's all personal preference, I guess, at the end of the day. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I will see you legends in the next one. Peace.